late 1990s, I found a lump in my breast. My mom had just been through this battle. She was a small, shy lady with very few interests, but she was totally fascinated with other people's illnesses. It's all she talked about. She was telling me about her best friend's husband's prostate cancer. I didn't even know the man, so this was way too much information for me. My mom loved going to doctor's appointments. Her doctors flirted with her, so she was convinced that they all had mad crushes on her. When she was diagnosed with breast cancer, the news really upset me. But for her, it was the most exciting thing ever to happen to her, and she made the most of it. Suddenly, she was the center of attention and had everyone's support and prayers. This introverted little woman transformed herself into the warrior queen, fighting the unseen enemy, refusing to submit. My brother, yet if she was ever scared, she never told me. She bragged to me about all the phone calls and cards and flowers and well wishes she received, and all the prayers that were said for her at church. My brother and I had the feeling she's actually enjoying this. Laying in bed most of the day, every day for months, was no problem for Mom. Napping had always been her favorite hobby. And now she had the perfect excuse to get out of housekeeping and cooking and everything. She was fortunate in that her chemo doses were low, so she never lost her thick red hair. She did lose one breast and some lymph nodes under her arms, but she had reconstructive surgery. Warrior Mom won the battle. She completely defeated the cancer and had no recurrence. Her sister also battled breast cancer and won. Oddly enough, despite my family history, my doctors have told me that I'm not at risk for breast cancer. I've always been an extremely healthy person, and I expect to live a long life. Illnesses are what happen to other people, not me. But when I found my lump, I did not feel like a warrior queen. I felt like a big fat chicken. It surprised me how much it scared me. I was sent to get a mammogram at a clinic about 45 minutes away in a town I'd never been to. This was in the days before GPS and Siri. So I'm driving, trying to find the clinic and worrying about my lump the whole time. I finally saw the building on the left side of the highway, but I was in the far right lane and I couldn't figure out how to get to it. I made a sudden move into the middle lane, and someone in an SUV behind me blared their horn, which scared me to death. I couldn't get into the left lane to make my turn, so I was forced to keep driving straight ahead, bypassing the clinic. I was trying to figure out how to get turned around, and that SUV was following me, honking its horn, which terrified me. I got back into the right lane and I made a right turn, hoping to circle back around to the highway. But the streets were not arranged in normal blocks. So I was driving blindly, turning down this street and that street. No, this isn't right. And every time I looked into my rearview mirror, there was that SUV, still honking its horn. I was now in panic mode. No matter how many streets I turned down, though, I couldn't shake it. That SUV stayed on my tail like a bloodhound. My heart was pounding in my chest. I finally pulled off into a small parking lot, and the SUV pulled up right behind me. A woman jumped out, and she ran up to my window, screeching at me. "You nearly caused me to hit you. I have a child in my car. What the hell is wrong with you?" And I just broke down into tears. And I said, "I have a lump in my breast and I can't find the clinic." And abruptly she stopped screaming and started comforting me. And at that moment, it was no longer the fierce mama bear protecting her cub against the reckless driver. It was two women united in sisterhood, bonding over the fear that resides in all women, fear of that disease that strikes without warning and leaves chaos in its wake. After she left and I was able to pull myself together, I finally managed to find the clinic. Thankfully, both my mammogram and my sonogram were clear. I've had no signs of cancer in the 30 years since, and hopefully won't in the next 30 years, God willing. But I have learned never to take anything for granted. And I also learned that my shy little mom is a much stronger person than me.
Oh.